Hello, everyone, and welcome to the GG Leagues live stream. Today we have a tournament game finals match between UT Dallas and Southern Methodist University. My name is Dave. I'm going to be your caster today alongside my co-caster, Zeko.
Hi.
Zeko, how you doing today?
I'm good, man. I got my primary goal, so let's go. Texas Finals, Division B, right?
Division A.
Division A, Diamond. Hi, Diamond.
Yeah, these players definitely
so we'll be for some high tier stuff here.
They definitely know what they're doing and how to do it. UT Dallas, current leading team, undefeated in their bracket. They're going to be on the blue side with Oaks as their top lane, Smelp in the jungle, Dink, Gan in the mid lane, Vinny Juan in the bot lane, and then Tree Kingar as support. And then on the side of Southern Methodist University, you're going to have Janix in the top lane, Exars in the jungle, Hawk in the mid lane, Zenhe in the bot lane, and Misflay as support. And I think that's a Thresh nod with the Flay in his name, so obviously they're going to ban out Thresh.
Yeah, but we'll see how this best of three goes. We have a long way to go from it, though. UT Dallas undefeated, and they're on their way here to the finals. So we'll see if they keep it going until the end. But SMU also having a pretty good record, not quite undefeated, but a good record nonetheless. So we'll see if they can combat this and maybe win the whole thing, or if UT Dallas takes the win completely undefeated.
Yeah, looking at the bans right now, it looks like on the side of Southern Methodist, they're trying to get rid of some hard carry picks. Jace, one of those mechanical lanes that just sort of dominates if he gets the right matchup. And also the Ornn, another one of those strong top lane picks, kind of does well into any team comp. That's going to be the set picked up on UT Dallas. Nerfed a little bit in recent patches, but still very strong.
Yeah, and the blind pick, Ornn getting banned as well. So no Caitlyn, no Thresh. I'm assuming that was for misplay, but that's not going to happen in this game either. As Set gets first picked and Mordekaiser right behind him. That's going to be the top lane, Set versus Mordekaiser. How does that go? I actually don't know. I don't play top lane.
It's an okay lane. It has the potential to go even if both sides play it correctly. They both have good sustain. They don't have any mana cost, so they can just throw abilities out whenever. Mordekaiser, he basically wants to bait Set W and then go in for an all-in, so he doesn't have any damage. And that's going to be the Warwick picked up for the side of Southern Methodist. That's something I typically don't see too much in high elo. I think Warwick has a pretty low skill ceiling, so you can only go so far with him. But I mean, maybe he's going to untap the potential of the beast this game and pop off.
Yeah, we'll see though. Warwick's W makes him so faster on the map. He can gank pretty quickly and roam around the map pretty easily, as well as Jarvan with the CC, the knockup, the lockdown with his ulti. And with Ornn being banned, they're going to go ahead and use that, because Ornn can destroy Jarvan's ult. So that keeps Jarvan's ult from being destroyed, and that will serve well in lockdown situations. But I don't know if Jarvan wants to ult Mordekaiser this game. That'd be kind of bad, because I don't think you want to be trapped in a ring with Mordekaiser being that close. So we'll see what happens.
I do like the Jarvan pick, though. It's a really sort of early mid-game jungler that has a lot of gank potential, and Warwick is one of those champions that sort of can pop off in the early game and then struggles a little bit mid-late game. And also the Ezreal going to picked up for UT Dallas, a pretty safe ADC, is going to have a lot of outplay potential. It can jump away from the Warwick ultimate. Is overall going to be pretty good. I'd like to see a support that can roam and then just let Ezreal sit in lane. So something like a Nautilus, something like a Leona, maybe a Bard. Bard's been really high priority support for the most recent patches. Could see it come out this game. He does play Thresh, so he probably has played a little bit of Bard. But the Yuumi going to be banned out inside of Southern Methodist. They definitely don't want to see that Ezreal Yuumi combo, which has just been so potent this season.
I like the comp right now from both sides. Mordekaiser and Warwick being the front line for this Kai'Sa, and J4 and Set also being this front line for Ezra. Yeah. Set Jarvan is a nice combo. Depending on how you use it, you can use it either to slam them out of Jarvan's ult, or you can use them to put them in Jarvan's ult. Or you can just, do whatever you want. But we'll see how they utilize it. This is Division A, by the way, so they're a lot better than we are. Like, I'm pretty bad, so I just did gold and stopped playing. So this is just watching the big boys play, I guess.
I don't know. I mean, sometimes Diamond players, they can play like golds, but I mean, usually they do play pretty well. Now, on the side of UT Dallas, I'm hoping that they're going to pick a control mid. They picked Syndra, so there is the possibility for the LeBlanc, for the Orianna. Pick any one of those champions. They banned out the Cassiopeia, which has a really good time in the Syndra, but probably hoping for a control mage that's going to help with their team fight. They have the Jarvan in the set, so they could pick a team fight oriented mid lane, and that's going to be the Ziggs locked in. I think that's going to be in the mid lane, unless they're going to like flex Ziggs bot lane, put Ezreal mid, but that's most likely going to be Ziggs in the mid lane. I really haven't seen too much of them.
Yeah, no, I haven't either actually, but I guess they just wanted to pick supports last year, and we'll see what happens. But Misplay getting the last pick here. See what they do. Lock in. There's the Bard pick with Ezreal. That's pretty dangerous.
Yeah, and as I was talking about, that's going to enable Bard to do a lot of roaming this game, because you just sit Ezreal in the bot lane, let him farm, let him stay safe, and Bard just kind of roams around the map, collecting his chimes, influencing different areas. I think this game it's going to be really important to get Ziggs ahead, so Bard roaming mid is probably going to be a reoccurring theme this game. At least that's what I'm guessing, and that's going to be the Nami locked in for Southern Methodist University, and this is going to be our two team comps.
Yeah, both teams have really good comps here, but I feel like UT Dallas here has more of a roaming comp. I think Bard and Ziggs need to work together to get Syndra on lockdown early and see if they can keep Warwick under control as well. Top lane's just going to be kind of a, do whatever you want kind of thing, because they're both going to be pretty even, so I don't really know what's going to happen there, but I think the sustain here with Kai'Sa and Nami is going to keep them alive. Ezra and Bard just need to get ahead early to be able to push the game more for Dragon, and then they can drive the game home from there.
Yeah, I think this game, the Bard is going to be a must pay attention to. And I also think that this Warwick is also going to have to be another player to watch. But as we are nearing our ad break, we're going to see these two teams clash on the Rift, and we'll see you then. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the GG Leagues live stream. And right now, we are in the final series for the Texas Division A. We have UT Dallas on the blue side versus Southern Methodist University on the red side. Now, I think we are in for a spicy match today. UT Dallas have been on fire all season long with an undefeated record, and Southern Methodist have definitely have the ability to bring the heat, but here we see UT Dallas stacking in the bot lane bush, looking for an invade.
Yeah, we'll see if they actually get something here. Kaisa, oh, they found the Kaisa. Here goes Kaisa, gonna have to flash away though. Jarvan starting E. Kaisa with a question mark in chat. All right. Saying like it's cringe at this point. Yikes, man.
UT Dallas definitely know how to play aggressive. I think their team comp has really good invade potential versus Southern Methodist. So I think that was definitely the correct move. And it's really good they get a Kaisa flash early because she has a little bit of a bad laning phase. She has a hard time. But Ezreal also has a weak laning phase, so UT Dallas will definitely take any advantages that they can get.
Yeah, having that flash off of Kaisa is really good for that Bard Ezreal. They can single her out. Once they land that Bard stun on her, it's going to be really easy to lock her down and do a lot of damage and out-trade her. Because Kaisa needs to get her passive off to do really anything. And Nami here going to go bot lane, actually. They're going to look for the stun here. Oh, no, Bard miscalculated. She just wanted a ward right there. Nami's going to flash. Now that's 2 flashes bot lane.
Yeah, she still has to flash over the wall because they still have really good damage output. Now, Nami's actually going to miss out on this XP and get chunked out quite a bit.
I'm kind of... Why did Nami ward by the tri-bush like that? That's so weird.
You know, God works in mysterious ways. So, I'm not exactly sure, but maybe it was to avoid them coming out of the tri-bush and attacking her, but instead they just caught her from the other bush. So, not too bad. But
actually getting a trade. Set, nice W there. Winning that trade, getting a lot of healing back from that Conqueror stacks. Where we're going topside now, but yeah, as you were saying.
Yeah, as I was saying, Jarvan actually started on his blue buff, and he's coming bot lane. So that Nami ward is actually going to spot him out. Lucky enough, but it might not be enough. Kaisa doesn't have flash. This could be an easy
Here goes the flash stun from Nami. Nami does not have flashes. First blood goes to Ezreal for UT Dallas. Not being able to react quick enough to that ward.
I mean, what can they really do? Jarvan, he knows that they don't have any flashes since both bot lane flashes were burned at like a minute and then a minute 30. So that's going to be an easy pickup for Jarvan, and that's going to be a kill on the Ezreal, which is really good. Any kills on Ezreal, again, is like extremely good for him because he's one of the champions that skills off items.
Yeah, I like that Jarvan knew to gank bot lane right away, even though despite the ward being there, Warwick actually topside in his jungle right now. So, but despite that ward being there, I don't know if he knew that that ward was there. I'm sure there was, you know, some communication in whatever voice chat they're in, but they got the kill nonetheless, and Jarvan here looking mid now, waiting as we continue. Warwick ganking top lane now. Both lanes, mid and top, are getting ganked by opposite teams. Warwick staying on the fear through the flash. Set W gonna come through, maybe. I guess not. It's on cooldown. Warwick gets a kill here for SMU.
So that's a little bit of a pro Warwick mechanic. With your Q, you can actually hold it down and you'll follow the champion wherever they go. But a near kill for the bot lane, but just barely didn't have enough damage to kill Ezreal. If she had flash, that would have been guaranteed. But, you know, obviously she blew it early, so not going to find the kill. But that's going to force 2 recalls.
Yeah, that Warwick Q staying on him with the flash was actually pretty nice. The fear went off, bringing his head going towards Mordekaiser, back towards the opposite team's turret. That was very nice to see. Very hard thing to do, and you have to time that just right.
Now
So
Bard's
that's
actually doing a pro strat here where he keeps away from hitting the turrets, so it's not gonna reset, and Ezreal's gonna be able to come back and get all this XP and gold. So if you're a support, please do this. Please help your ADC out. If it's something that you don't normally do, it just costs you maybe 100 health. So it's always worth it to get your ADC a little bit of XP and gold.
yeah, and you'll get honored at the end of the game too. There you
I mean, maybe depends on how well you play after that,
go.
but it usually helps a lot.
Yeah, we see everybody starting to back now. Ezreal got his Sheen. Ziggs getting some damage and some mana. Jarvan going ahead and getting that red smite. Warwick getting his Tiamat for his clear. So, good start here. Both teams.
Yeah, Warwick
for the trade.
obviously
nice
has a lot of early game potential. So his top lane gank was pretty well timed, and that's going to put him right on track to get his Tiamat, which will likely go into a warrior enchantment. Unless he might be going for Cinderhawk as well, something a little bit tankier, something the front line for Syndra and Kaisa, but Jarvan just come out here with a good flag and drag.
Jarvan playing super aggressive. The fear comes out. The Bard's done. And Warwick's in trouble. He's gonna have to flash, but the electrocute goes through. Jarvan has to flash on the. He doesn't have to, but he did. And the Bard electrocute barely getting the kill. Here comes Syndra though, level 6 now. Bard's gonna go down. Electrocute going through, and Syndra's in trouble as well. Jarvan going super deep. Only level 4 stuck in the middle, and Kai'Sa's actually stuck between Ziggs. But Jarvan's getting super low, smiting the Grump right here. Syndra's gonna get knocked up into the bush. Oh, that's Nami. Sorry, just J4 is super deep. Nami goes down, and Kai'Sa's in trouble. This is a fiesta. Here comes Warwick, though. The fear coming through. And Ezreal goes down, as well as Kaisa. Pretty even right there, actually. 4-3. UT Dallas with 1 kill above and about 1,000 gold above as well.
Yeah, I think overall, that was actually pretty beneficial for UT Dallas because they got another kill on the Ezreal and then a kill onto Ziggs and also a kill on the Bard, so I definitely favor that. But here's Bard again.
That's what we talked about. No level 6 getting ignited. The knockup might kill it. That's enough. Ziggs and Bard working together to get that kill. Bard getting that kill. Nice roam here. Getting his Moby boost right away. That's what we talked about earlier in the draft, that Bard roamed the mid, getting that Syndra locked in.
Yeah, these Bard roams are going to be potent, and that's only the second one. There's going to be a ton more. I mean, he's fast. He has the Mobies on lock. He's going to use his chimes to get swiftly around the map. And Ezreal, all he has to do is sit in lane and then attack them from like 2,000 units, so no one can really touch him.
Yeah, it's nice to see that they're using their comp correctly. We'd love to see that. Everybody's pretty even in CS right now. Not really much going on, but UT Dallas about 1,200 gold up, and Warwick is super low, level 5 here. J4 is going to get smashed down. They staying alive with the Q, but it's not going to be enough to smite, actually, and he's going to go down. Smell picking up the kill on Exars here, and Mordekaiser and Set having a little argument, and they're going to leave. They're just going to say, see you later.
Jarvan's likely going to stay for the red buff. Warwick can't really contest him right now. He doesn't have level 6. And Jarvan's going to have the Cataclysm, so that's going to be the red buff going away, a Smelp. He's had really good jungle pathing this entire game with that starting blue buff, going bot because he knew the sums were down, invading Warwick because he knew his red was up. So that is just classic good tracking from the enemy team, and you can only credit that to the vision setup that UT Dallas has had. They've had tons of wards all over the map, but this might be a kill going to Ezreal.
Nah, there's the ult from Ziggs. Nice comp there, actually. Ziggs ult while J4 ults the Syndra, and Syndra can't do anything because her flash is still down. Just came back up, actually.
Yeah, the Cataclysm just lines up Ziggs for his bomb, but here's Warwick.
Knocked down. 3v1 on Bard. Bard's gonna miss the flash here. Warwick, again, staying on the Ezreal with the Q. And here comes the big knockup, the Set ulti, trying to get them away. Kai'Sa's super low, as well as Warwick. But here comes the Mordekaiser. And Kai'Sa's trying to kite the bubble. The Q goes through, gets the kill on Kaisa. But Set's in trouble in the death roam. He's going to miss the Q. Mordekaiser is, and Set's going to go down. Mordekaiser looking huge here. Ezreal still not level 6. He's going to get away. Jarvan getting pinned out here, and he's going to go down. Maybe zoom away, though. I don't think he's going to be able to get away. Mordekaiser, he might come up soon. And he might get away barely. The flashies. Mordekaiser gets the kill. 600 gold bounty for Mordekaiser.
Yeah, Mordekaiser now has 2 kills, so he's likely going to back and get Leandri components. Or he also could be going Rylai's. It's also a really strong build for him right now. But yeah, he is going to be pretty ahead. He even has a CS lead on his laner, so Mordekaiser is definitely going to be a threat that you do not want to mess with if you are UT Dallas, because he can pop you in the death realm. And yeah, that's going to be the Leandri's picked up.
Yeah, that's pretty dangerous to have if you're 2-0-1. Mordekaiser with Conqueror. Leandri's going straight for that burn damage and that extra damage while in fights. So that's pretty big for Mordekaiser, but Set here going for his Bork, not anywhere close to his first item. Mordekaiser is looking gigantic right now, actually, for SMU. But J4 and Ezreal here, both with three kills. And Jarvan here with almost 100% kill participation. Gonna look for this first dragon.
Now, if I was Warwick, with the top lane pressure that they've generated so far, I'd probably look for Rift Herald very soon. Mordekaiser has the item advantage onto Set, and he hasn't really had any bot lane pressure, so probably Rift Herald would be the best move. And they are just surrounding this Drake right now, and that's likely going to be Wind Dragon going the way of UT Dallas. No contention whatsoever. Nami and Kai'Sa are pretty behind right now, and Ezreal has his Sheen, has his tier, has his pickaxe. He is looking really strong right now, and he's going to be a major threat this game. Currently at 3 kills, and it's only 10 minutes in.
Syndra stuck in between here. He's going to flash away, though. There's the flash burning from Syndra. Just as we say that happening. Warwick, as you said, is taking Rift Herald top lane. So, Bard going Dead Man's Plate here for that bonus health and armor, and then that movement speed and slow on the auto.
Now, Jarvan is currently bot lane on the Gromp. This could be a dive coming in for UT Dallas on the bot lane. Jarvan doesn't have the Cataclysm. They are going to spot him out on the ward, but not much they can do. Bard does
nice double knock up there.
Ultimate.
Super low on mana. Jarvan gets cut here. Here comes Bard, though. Nami gets taken down by Bard. A lot of damage here coming up from Bard. Surprisingly going tank.
Tank Bard is actually really meta right now. He's going Dead Man's Plate, and that's only going to enable him for more roams with the extra movement speed that he gets from the passive of the item. Yeah, but a really great Tempered Fate coming up from Bard, but also going to dive.
Warwick missing the ulti. Jarvan super low on everything. He's going to get taken down. That Warwick gets smashed. Syndra misses the stun. Ezreal's in trouble here, though. He's going to go down. 450 gold shutdown for Syndra.
Now, UT Dallas are 2k gold up, but it is about neck and neck in terms of objectives and kills. But here's Bard with a good magical journey, likely going to pick up Kai'Sa. Doesn't really have a way up, but here's Nami.
Nami's super low on everything. She's only level 7, already half health. The snowball missing. Snowball to, I don't know what that is. Q. Sorry, you know, it's a snowball.
This is a bouncing bomb. But he has the satchel, and that's going to be first turn going away at 6.
Forgot that.
Cataclysm doesn't have flash.
Syndra does not have flash. You're right. Conqueror procking Ezreal right behind J4. Auto's coming through from J4, and that's going to be it, though. Ezreal not being able to get there.
Bard almost has his components for Dead Man's Plate. And here's Mordekaiser pushing in the top lane. Still really upset.
240 crit from Mordekaiser.
And it looks like Set is going the damage tank shred build, where he goes Blade of the Ruin King into... I've seen Triforce, I've seen all sorts of wacky builds, but it's probably going to be Black Cleaver after that.
Yeah.
It's a pretty good build when you go into like tanky matchups like Mordekaiser or Maokai, which has also been very potent this patch. But he has the ultimate, also has flash, could look for something.
Yeah, a little bit of a standoff here on mid lane. You know, as we talk, here comes Ziggs though. We're going a little deep for comfort here. Nami's gonna ult 4 members. 2, here's the bubble. Warwick going in, healing a lot of damage back, but he gets taken down. A big stun here from Syndra, but a lot of heals are coming through from UT Dallas.
Yeah, and that's one of the problems with Warwick in the mid game. you kind of just have to throw yourself at the enemy, and you can't really hope for too much. He doesn't really have those tanky stats in yet, and Ziggs is just going to throw another satchel and break down mid. But as I was saying, Warwick can't really do much in this mid game. I mean, the best he can do is group with his team and get a big fear, but when you jump in like that, it's pretty much just a death wish.
Yeah, his early game ganks were very nice though. Kaisa half health looking for this. Here goes J4 not being able to get the knockout. Kaisa's gonna ult. Here comes the TP from Set. J4's in trouble. Cataclysm coming through. Mordekaiser's gonna flash ult to the Ezreal, and Mordekaiser right on top of this Ezreal killing the Mordekaiser though. Syndra's super low, Ezreal super low. And that's also gonna be Set being taken down top.
That trade wasn't too bad, but that's going to be going in favor of UT Dallas. Currently 4 kills up and 4K gold up with some good macro play. And Ziggs is one of those champions where you want to utilize him in the mid game to take down turrets with that satchel. You can take down any turret if you throw it on it, if it's below 25 health. So they're just using that to their advantage in their grouping. And using the mobility of Bard and his way to get teammates around the map with his magical journey. So they're just all over the place.
Yeah, it's true. About 16 minutes getting here, and Warwick's gonna go ahead and release Rift Bot. I think the wave is not gonna be able to catch the Rift Tail. The Rift Tail is gonna smash on that bot turret. But just having that there for pressure. Set goes bottom, Ziggs is top, 3 people mid on the side of UT Dallas. And about 35, sorry, I can't do that, 3,700 gold up here. UT Dallas is on SMU, and SMU is trying to, I don't know, they have a lot of turrets down, and Ocean Dragon are going to go down here for UT Dallas. But SMU just trying to play it safe right now. Their jungle, trying to keep their jungle where their safe zones are not very big right now. They have bot turret. Here comes J4, double cataclysm, and Kaisa and Nami are gonna get taken down just like that. Nice ult there from J4, getting both of them in there. And Nami and Kaisa are just powerless to do anything here. No flashes on either of them.
Yeah, pretty much the whole team can't do much. They don't really have any strong points. Not even Mordekaiser is safe, and he was 3 kills up, but that's going to be him going down to the Ziggs. And that's also going to be top turret going down, and also probably mid turret.
Ziggs knows how much damage he can do, and knows when to do it. Just barely catching Mordekaiser on the edge of that ulti. Very nice game knowledge there by Ziggs, just knowing that he has the power to do that. And really, what we saw yesterday during those games, we saw like a lack of confidence, honestly, from those teams. But that was a different division. And seeing the difference in these teams, they have the confidence to do what they need to do to win the game. And Ziggs here showing that on Mordekaiser.
Yeah, UTD have been rotating quite well this game, and they always rotate around the objectives. That's why they have 2 dragons. And Set, he was a little bit behind in the top lane, but you don't always have to go gank him. You just let him do his thing, let him sustain, let him play safe, and you play around mid and bot lane, which were super ahead sub 15 minutes. So they were able to get priority around these Drakes and also shut down the early game of Warwick. So right now he's in this sort of mid-game slump where he can't really do too much because he hasn't been able to get any gold income.
Yeah, and I think that is going to be the Rift Herald here being started for UT Dallas, and Ziggs going to go ahead and get that blue as well, give him some more mana to throw some more bombs. Since they're going to back him, not really sure what she's going to bet. There is Rift for UT Dallas, just not getting warded. Mordekaiser and SMU matching the top side with UT Dallas. Just trying to clear waves. They're not really making any progress here, trying to get back in the game. But Mordekaiser going super deep top lane to go try and farm, as UT Dallas taking over the red side jungle here on SMU side. They're going to death push this, but it's warded. Mordekaiser is going to get caught here, getting ulted. J4 is going to get ulted here. When J4 is in trouble, he's going to get on the opposite side away from Mordekaiser, and he's going to stay alive. Here comes a nice flash there from J4. Warwick super deep, getting stunned. Ezreal picking up the kill on Warwick. A nice stun there from Syndra, but it's not going to be enough. Mordekaiser in trouble here, getting ignited. The damage coming through Ezreal, a big EQ, everything, everything. all the combo damage is coming through. 2 down on SMU, and UT Dallas picking up 2 more kills, releasing that Rift Herald mid.
Yeah, UT Dallas are just looking super dominant in this mid game. Ezreal is obviously very ahead with that Mana Mune completed, so he's going to be doing loads of damage with every consecutive Q that he hits. And that entire time, Set was split pushing bot, so that was a 4v5, and they still won it. Rift Herald might get one more charge off. Ziggs does have the satchel, could easily knock down this bot inhib turret, but instead they're just going to reset, clear out some vision, clear out the jungle, deny them of any gold, and UT Dallas currently 9k gold up, so they're in a good position right now to close out the game in the next 10 minutes.
Yeah, true, absolutely. They're definitely in the driver's seat. 9,000 gold above. They can end this game whenever they want. They're pinging Baron right now. So that means that with all that damage and all that gold that they have over SMU, they can push this game and end this game 1.
Yeah, SMU doesn't really have any power points to play around. I mean, Mordekaiser was strong in the early game, but you've seen how fast he gets blown up by that Ezreal, Ziggs, and Bard combo. Warwick is pretty weak right now. Only picked up the Giant Spell and the Merc Tread, so not going to negate too much damage. Kaisa is still stuck on the Mana Mune, and Boots doesn't even have the Rage Blade yet, and she needs 3 items to really get ahead. And Ezreal is currently sitting on a fully stacked Miramana and Trinity Force, so he is going to be blowing up members because that's a pretty big power spike.
Yeah, that is. And that's what he needs here to close out this game. J4 going to go ahead and use Red Smite. Red Smite is not available. 3 members of the Cataclysm. J4 popping Stoneplate. He is huge right now. And Mordekaiser are going to get chunked down. Here goes Warwick and all members. And Ziggs, whoa, the flash on Warwick staying on Ziggs, but he's going to live. Warwick goes down by Ezreal, and that's 3 members of SMU down. And UT Dallas playing that so well. I can't even comprehend all that reaction time here. Warwick, the Bard flashes. This is crazy, man. Cinder goes down from Ezreal. The flashes here are crazy, ladies and gentlemen. I can't even comprehend that, man.
Yeah, Bard gonna flash over the Scatter Weak. Ziggs has Satchel. This could be the win right here. They don't have any members up to
They don't even need Baron. 21-minute game or 22-minute game. They're just gonna end it right here. Game 1. Mordekaiser desperately trying to stay in here. Ziggs, that's Ezreal actually getting ulted, but there it doesn't matter. UT Dallas is gonna take game 1 right here.
UT Dallas looked super dominant in that game. A 22-minute match, and not looking too good for SMU.
Yeah, they definitely showed that they're the undefeated team here, and I think that really came through. Ezreal, I mean, just even Warwick that game, the flashes there were crazy, being able to time his Q perfectly on 3 times that game that I saw, bot lane and twice top lane, once in that last fight. J4 with the amazing Cataclysms and the stone play, being able to frontline first, and everybody else on UT Dallas just showing that they are the dominant team here. And as the damage charts come up here, Ezreal with 16,000 in a 22-minute game, that's a lot of damage, man.
Yeah, Ezreal was able to complete that Trinity Force and Miramana, so he was having some insane poke damage output. I think I saw maybe like 70-80% of his Qs hitting, which is a really good ratio for an Ezreal to achieve. So Vinny Juan doing super well on the Ezreal, but I also have to give props to Tree Kangar with some amazing roams and Bard plays. He had some really good Tempered Fates in the bot lane, which is able to set up a couple good dives. Definitely got Dinkan ahead, so it's like super well played to that to the bot lane for UT Dallas.
Yeah, UT Dallas definitely had a very dominant game, 22-minute game. It was very, very nice performance there by UT Dallas, and we'll see if they can keep that up in this game in a 2-0, remaining undefeated against SMU, or if SMU can try and hold them here and bring it back a little bit. We will find out in a little bit. We will be right back with game 2.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the GG Leagues live stream. Today, we are on the second game of the series between UT Dallas and SMU, with UT Dallas leading 1-0. Last game, UT Dallas had a pretty dominant game, ending at only 22 minutes over SMU. So I want to see what adjustments SMU is going to make this game. I think they need to, first of all, fix up their draft. Make sure that they have something that can answer a roaming support, and I think they'll be good.
I agree. And, okay, Zoe Ban, okay. But Dallas here on the red side, UT Dallas on the red side here, looking to put away SMU. Last game, they had a dominant game against SMU, just completely in control the whole time, give or take a few jungle fights there. I don't really know what happened there, but that's okay. Here, still won at a 22-minute game, and we are back in game 2, which might be the last game, depending on how UT Dallas plays. But Varys Tom Kench being picked, and that alone is pretty strong for UT Dallas.
Yeah, here they need to pick something that can shred through Varys and Tom Cage and have good laning. So I think to pair up with that, Nautilus, I think Ashe would be good. I think Aphelios would be pretty good. He's a really strong pick. Maybe even Senna, who knows? But I think those two main ones would be really good. And we're actually going to stop the draft. There was an error.
She had apple bottom jeans, boots with the fur. The whole draft stopped.
Yeah, we're having a couple of client issues right now, but we'll be right back.
What is going on right now? I have to fold there. Oh man.
Okay, round 2. Welcome back, everybody, to the actual round 2 of the series between UT Dallas and SMU. I apologize for the technical difficulties. A member was having trouble with his client. We had to restart the draft, but it looks like they are just going to do repeat bans, repeat picks, and we're going to start off with a Nautilus first pick on the side of SMU, and we'll be going from there. That's it.
Yeah, now let's pick, and then I forgot what else was picked. I think it was Varus, Tom Kench.
Oh, Varus, Tom Kench was picked.
Yeah, on the side of UT Dallas. Varus, Tom Kench going to be picked, and Hawk was picking, I believe. If I remember, I can't really remember though. I don't know if Hawk actually picked or not.
I'm still going to go with what I said before. I think picking something like a Phelios or Ashe would be really good here. Maybe even a Caitlyn to have extra range over the Varus. That would be pretty good to have good spacing. But if they don't pick ADC here, they're going to have a lot of trouble since that's probably what they're going to target ban. Probably ADC and jungle here would be best pick. Leave mid and top to flex for later. And that's going to be the Volley Bear locked in for Hawk.
I think that's a good pick. Nautilus and Volley Bear are gigantic. And Tom Kench, I think if you're against Tom Kench, having Nautilus and Volley Bear as an extra front line here, because Tom Kench is big enough, he can tank his own size twice with his W. He gets all of his health that he lost as a shield back. So basically 2 people. So a Teemo? Are we getting trolled right now, or is that?
I think it's just the hover. I think it's just a hover.
Oh, okay.
Cassiopeia, probably one of the strongest control mages right now. Cassiopeia has a ton of outplay potential and damage output when she hits. I mean, pretty much at all levels, she just has insane damage output if she's able to hit a Q.
Alright, now they're going to go ahead and ban out SMU's Syndra. They did not want that many control mages. Bot lane picked for UT Dallas as well as mid, so they have to pick jungle on top. And bot lane and jungle, I assume, or top could be picked for SMU, so they still have to pick mid and jungle or top, depending on where Volley Bear is. So these next few bans are coming out. UT Dallas going to go ahead and ban Veigar. Do not want that infinite scaling, because that is dangerous to have. And Rek'Sai actually being banned. I haven't seen Rek'Sai banned in a while.
Taking all of the early game junglers off the table, but they still left Elise up, they left Lee Sin up. Any of those picks could be coming out, but the Gragas being covered right now. That's a pretty good pick. Also, Mumu, they're looking for an AP jungler. Wondering if they're going to pick Elise. Nope, they're just going to lock in the Mumu. Strong team fight player, but could get shut down early if SMU play aggressive.
Yeah, having Varus, Mumu, Cassiopeia, and Tom Kent is a lot of CC on its own, and Varus and Mumu Wombo combo is pretty deadly if you get stuck. If you get stuck in the middle of a misplay. Here, hovering Malzahar pick gonna go down for that single target damage here. Malzahar versus Cassiopeia. I don't know how that goes, but I'm sure it'll be nice for Malzahar. Cassiopeia kind of just being outside of range. Malzahar just being with a wave clear. Trying to avoid Cassiopeia as much as possible until level 6. And Mordekaiser being hovered now for the top lane. That's going to be Volley Bear jungle, Mordekaiser top again for SMU. Just as last game, Mordekaiser did pretty good last game with Mordekaiser, except towards the end when everything started falling apart for them, but that's okay. Held his own pretty well against Set. So
that's going to be the game plank locked in for Oaks in the top lane.
All right.
I mean, looking at these drafts, I would definitely favor UTD again. The Varus Tom Kench is going to be insanely strong and potent combo for the bot lane. Gangplank is going to have an advantage over Mordekaiser. All Gangplank needs to do is just farm and keep himself spaced out from Mordekaiser. He also has the Scurvy Cleanse for Mordekaiser Ultimate, so he should be good at all times. And Cassiopeia also has pretty good laning against Malzahar. It's mainly just a farming lane against those two. Malzahar puts poison, his space aids on the lane, and then walks away. But with that, we're going to be getting into the game after this quick ad break. So we'll see you then on the Rift in a couple minutes.
Oh no.
Okay, guys, we've had another error with the lobby. We're gonna be restarting. After that, we're actually gonna be into game. We apologize for the delay. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to GG Leagues live stream. We are currently in Game 2 of the series between UT Dallas and Southern Methodist University. Last game, UT Dallas took a victory in a swift 22-minute game where they were super dominant throughout all stages of the game, pretty much. So I'm wondering to see how Southern Methodist University are going to change up their gameplay. Currently 5 stacking, a little bit different from their 5-point start before, but gonna catch a Moo. Could see the flash
There's
shot
that
coming from
flash.
Nautilus, and it's gonna miss.
Yeah, nice reaction time there from Amumu, but now Nautilus is without flash, Amumu without flash as well, but that'll be a little bit more dangerous for Nautilus, I think. SMU trying to make things happen here as a result of last game, but not working out. That's okay. Both sides have a flash down.
Gangplank wasn't even in the game, but he's gonna be coming back right now. He reconnected a little bit earlier. He's posted up in the top lane. Mumu's actually going to be starting his red buff, so could be looking for another bot lane gank like he did last game. I always appreciate some creative jungle pathing, but he's actually, just going to be starting up the red buff. Is going to get a leash from Gameplank, and that's also going to be Volibear in the bot lane doing a classic blue buff thing. So they saw Mumu on the red side. I'm curious to see whether or not they're going to split the map and do some vertical jungling.
Yeah, I don't know. I think SMU here. Now with that having Nautilus not being able to hit the hook, actually Mumu being able to dodge it. Nice little trade there mid, but Mumu still on his red buff, not getting a leash. I think. Is he on his red buff? I think. I don't know. Red buff going down. Finally, Volibear going straight to his blue buff now, and Volibear might go top after this. I don't know. Everybody's kind of chilling right now. You know, it's about 2 minutes in, so not much is going. But Amumu now going from Raptors to blue, and also here bot lane getting a hook on Tom Kench, but Nautilus getting about half HP now, and a lot of damage coming through from Cassiopeia. A lot of damage coming through from Cassiopeia. Oh my goodness! And she's taking a lot of damage though. Obvious. Completely low.
Yeah,
Super
Cassiopeia sinks in her twin fangs, but she ran out of mana. She doesn't have much HP on her health bar. Volibear could look for a potential gank mid. He has flash up right now. Could be an easy catch. Cassio playing bot side, but here comes Volibear. She might try to run away, but as I said, Volibear has flash. She also has flash, but Volibear gonna flash on her, not gonna catch the flip.
Nope, she's gonna get grounded in Cassiopeia now without mana. Silence not gonna be able to hit Volibear right here. So here comes Amumu though, might be able to save her. There goes the flop. First blood to SMU Volibear, and now Amumu looking super low, but he's gonna be let go under the tier 1 mid turret, and SMU making things happen right away here.
Yeah, and this is the early game play that I wanted to see from SMU. Their draft is definitely an early game favorite, so if they get ahead of the Amumu and the Gameplank early, they're definitely going to be in a good position. Cassiopeia playing aggressive, looking for those twin fangs, but going to get chunked out by Malzahar, and Malzahar likely going to go for the reset soon, but here's Volibear, caught out by a ward. Yeah. She does have flash.
Huh.
It's just going to be a trade.
Volibear looking mid here a lot for some reason. I guess do not want that Cassiopeia to do anything. Volibear and Amumu here are going to have a little tussle. And here comes Cassiopeia, though, about half mana, not going to be able to do a lot. And I'm pretty sure Volibear still has his passive. He's going to heal. Cassiopeia right behind him, though, mana-less. Volibear is going to get away. Mordekaiser now coming down. Volibear pinging to go back into Cassiopeia while they fight over this scuttle. Mordekaiser and Volibear is going to get the scuttle. Volibear gets it with an E and an auto. Here comes Mordekaiser, though. Amumu does not have flash, or he does have flash, actually. Oh, he does not. Sorry, Amumu is going to go down by Hawk. And SMU are taking control 2-0 with about 1,300 gold lead here. 1,100 gold lead here. Sorry.
Yeah, their early game play is a lot better from last game, but I think their draft really allows for it. Mordekaiser is able to push Gameplank in and go for the roam. Cassiopeia had a pretty greedy teleport, so she's just going to come right back in the fray. She got chunked out early, and Volibear getting a repeat gank on mid, and eventually catching out the jungler who had no flash, so they're just taking advantage of Sums being down and also their champions being early game oriented.
Yeah, SMU really doing a lot here in this early game, which is what they need. They need to stay in control this whole game to try and pull it back to a 1-1, try and tie up this series here. Bot lane, not really a lot going on actually. Kind of shocked because last game that's where all the action was going on.
I think for Volibear this game, he should be paying attention to mid lane and bot lane, and then just let Mordekaiser and Gameplank sit on their own island. Gameplank, you can't really gank him too effectively. He has so many tools in his kit that lets him just run away. So I think getting Lucian ahead, who does struggle in the mid and late game, and also getting the Malzahar again and the Cassiopeia, who scales really hard after she gets a couple of items. I feel like that would be really uh, helpful to getting SMU to hopeful win this game.
Yeah, and Gangplank getting pushing pretty hard here at top lane, hitting level 6, about a wave and then some on Mordekaiser here. Everybody's pretty even in CS except for mid lane right now. Actually being 2 waves up, Cassiopeia is. And Gangplank here getting caught. Just a nice little trade there. Nothing's going to come of it though.
Yeah, Gameplank just hits his orange, gets a little bit of health back. Hits a nice barrel chain combo. Gonna chunk Mordekaiser a little bit. Mordekaiser can't really ult Gameplank unless he sees him use his Scurvy cleanse. And besides that, as I said, just going to be a little bit of an AFK farm lane unless the junglers decide to come top. But until then, not much going on. Gameplank has the Cull. He's expecting the farm out this game and get ahead. And once Gameplank gets his Infinity Edge and also a Trinity Force, he is in a pretty good position. Also, the Essence Reaver might be an option too.
Yeah, we'll see though. I think getting that Essence Reaver is going to be nice for Lucian here. That was Varus goes, okay. Volibear, I didn't even notice that. I'm sorry. Volibear getting the first dragon here, Ocean Dragon, which is going to be really nice for Malzahar and Volibear especially. Being able to have Malzahar have enough mana for the laning phase. Cassiopeia already being mana hungry, so that'll be really good in keeping him in the lane way ahead of Cassiopeia for much longer.
And as I was saying, I want to see Volibear continue to play around bot lane and mid lane. So picking up that dragon is just a product of this mid and bot lane pressure, which has been immense so far because of how that early game went and Cassio being behind.
Yeah, level 6 is being hit all around the board here, and Cassiopeia and Malzahar are going to have a little trade there. Cassiopeia getting the short end of the stick there for that trade. And they're just going to keep going at it, I guess. Volibear now coming mid lane. That bush on the bot side is warded. Both sides of the river are warded. And he has an Oracles there, so just going to take that out real quick. Not much going on, though.
Mumu, topside, Volibear, also topside. We could see and meet Mumu is sort of running up to Mordekaiser right now. This could be a top lane game. Mordekaiser does have ultimate though, but Gameplank, Barrage coming down. Doesn't really have a way out.
Yeah.
Could look for the ultimate.
There is the ultimate. Gangplank's in trouble though. They're actually going to QSS that with his W, and the Smelt gets the kill. Here comes Volibear though. Gangplank going to flash away, getting his barrels. And Amumu looking super low, going to munch that Amumu, and Volibear gets a kill on Amumu, and Amumu gets the kill on Mordekaiser.
Yeah, Volibear's been looking really clean with these early game roams and ganks. They've been pretty effective. It's netted him every 100% kill participation, so you know that he's making things happen for his team. And I think he should just continue to do this. And I think the next target should be bot. You know, make sure that Varus, Tom Kench don't get too ahead this game.
Yeah, I agree, because what happened last time, Ezreal did the most damage. He did about 16,000. So having Vinny on, I'm just gonna call him Vinny. Vinny was very spectacular last game, so Volibear needs to direct his attention to this Varus now, seeing as though how good he did last game and having that bot lane. Just as speaking of the devil here, Nautilus just gonna go in for a little hook. Not much is gonna come of it though. But as I was saying, Varus needs to be controlled, and we saw how powerful and dangerous he was last game with Ezreal. So I wonder if he can reciprocate that. this game with Varus.
Now here comes Amumu sneaking into the bush. Not a single ward has spotted him yet. Could be a fruitful bot lane gank, but he doesn't have Curse of the Sad Mummy, so not gonna have as much CC as he could, but he does have that single target lockdown with the bandage toss. Gonna miss the Nautilus hook. Whew.
Super, yeah, it's good to hit that or to miss that Nautilus hook on the wall. Because if Nautilus, oh, here comes the Amumu though, not gonna be able to get it, and Nautilus is stuck. Nautilus ult coming through, and Lucian trying to do as much damage as he can. Varus Q just missing. Nautilus gonna go back in, barely alive. Nice flash there from Varus. He's gonna stay alive. The flash from Lucian. Amumu stuck in the middle. Malzahar is gonna ult. Amumu's gonna go down. That's a 1-for-1 trade. Actually, just kidding. Varus died, and SMU coming out with 2 kills, while UT Dallas only coming out with 1 on the support Nautilus.
Yeah, that was a super aggressive play from Amumu, who didn't have his ultimate and also missed the bandage shot, so he didn't have any CC for that fight in the bot lane, so that's going to end up with 2 deaths on the side of UT Dallas. Looking a little sloppy in this early game before they had a really potent roams and whatnot, but right now with this Varus Tom Kench, they're not really doing too much. Also, the Amumu is not the most aggressive early game jungler, so not much is being done, and SMU have just been capitalizing on that.
Yeah, we can definitely see that this game, that Malzahar with the aggressive TP locking down that Amumu, and Mordekaiser now searching for Gangplank. There's the smash from Gangplank, or from Mordekaiser, going to stop Gangplank's back, but Cassiopeia being super aggressive. The ult from Cassiopeia, and one more E probably would have killed her. Volibear here, going straight for that Varus. Here comes Volibear, super low though. His passive is going to trigger soon, and he's going to heal. Whoa, that damage from Varus, killing that Volibear. But Tom's going to get away, actually. It's a 1-for-1. And just as I talk here, Amumu is going to get ulted by Mordekaiser, and Mordekaiser is going to go down here trying to stay alive, but Amumu is too big. He's staying alive for a very long time to flash. And Gangplank here, getting the Q, follows him into the bush, and then gets the kill. But that damage from Varus here, actually a lot more than I thought, just completely ignoring Volibear's ability to heal all of his health back, and he just did all that damage in a short little burst.
And with that, UT Dallas is going to be right back into this game. They've almost closed out the gold lead, and they might be 2 kills behind, but Gangplank is currently 30 CS up on Mordekaiser, which essentially is about a kill or 2. So, that pretty much evens everything out for UT Dallas. So, but picking up the second dragon of the game, SMU setting themselves up nicely for perhaps a potential soul this game, and that's going to be Mountain Drake spawning.
Yeah, that would be so good for SMU to have, but as we talk here, mid's going to get into a big fight. Malzahar getting chunked down to half HP, but Cassiopeia having trouble. The flash ult from Malzahar. Cassiopeia is going to get taken down. Volibear on fire this game for SMU.
Also to give props to Malzahar for hitting the R button. That was pretty big. And using the cooldown pretty effectively, they were able to chain CC Cassiopeia to her death. I'm not sure if Malzahar was just big braining before to let Cassio hit him a little bit so that she would go in for the fight, but could be a potential bot fight here. Amumu doesn't have ultimate, but Volibear does, and you also have ultimates, key cooldowns on the bot lane as well. Flashes are not up for anybody from mid lane to bot lane on both sides though, so I think the junglers are definitely going to be targeting those.
Yeah, we saw SMU, or we saw UT Dallas be super aggressive in the bot jungle on the red side last game against SMU, and SMU doing that again, or doing that this game to UT Dallas in return, having their jungle completely warded on the blue side, and a little bit, most of the river is actually warded for SMU, and SMU really, even though the gold lead is exactly the same, there is no gold lead actually. Both teams are even. But Malzahar and Lucian and Volibear are super dangerous. But as I was saying before about that Mountain Soul would be so good to have if you're SMU. On Mordekaiser and Volibear and Nautilus, they would just be so much bigger than they already are, and it would be that much harder to kill. And here comes Amumu though. Volibear getting stuck in place, getting CC locked, and he's going to heal a lot though, but it doesn't matter. Gangplank getting the kill on Volibear, though. A Q missing, and Amumu taking a lot of damage, but it doesn't matter. Cassiopeia got it, and Amumu staying alive barely. He stays alive. But
Not
here
a
comes the
single
bot lane
member
for
going
SMU. Bot lane for SMU, and to UT Dallas is running. I'm not sure how that Amumu Q didn't hit. I didn't really see in the chaos there, but it looked like it should have hit. I mean, it went through a lot of things.
He flashed over his character model, so I think he was expecting him to flash away and was going to hit him with the bandage, but instead he outplayed himself and ended up flashing for nothing and missing the bandage toss.
Oh, gotcha.
He didn't have
Either
flash
way-
though, so
Oh, otherwise a good play though. Shutdown's getting taken there on Malzahar, going to I don't really actually know. I'm pretty sure it was Cassiopeia got the kill. And Gangplank getting the kill with his ulti on that Volibear. Volibear getting stopped in his tracks, and Malzahar. Look at that damage from Malzahar. That's disgusting.
yeah, his Hextech GLP along with his I don't know what the ability is called. I've always called it Space Aids ever since I was bronze. So he hit him with the Space Aids and it chunked him for quite a bit. I think he's building into Leandri's next, and that's going to do a bunch of extra burn damage. So actually, both of them building into Leandri's. So both of them have the burn, but it looks like Malzahar is king right now.
Oh, and here comes Amumu though. Lucian ulting. Amumu being stuck, but he has 2,000 health. Amumu, Nautilus gonna ult. Here comes Volibear though. Amumu's in trouble, super low. He's gonna get taken down by Lucian. Zen here with a kill on Amumu. 3-0-1 with Essence Reaver. Nautilus is gonna get chunked. The stasis blocking the Varus Q, and Varus is doing work. Here comes Volibear throwing Tom Kench over his shoulder, but the Varus from damage is coming. The damage from Varus is coming through. Sorry, Lucian. Here comes Lucian. Trying to stay in. No, he gets the kill with the W, and Lucian's in trouble. Tom Kench. And Lucian stays alive. SMU. Looking great here. A 3-kill pickup on bot lane. That W from Lucian actually killing that Varus. I was surprised that killed him, honestly. Here comes the flash from Cassiopeia being super aggressive. And that damage is going to be too much for Cassiopeia. Yes, it is. Malzahar picking up a kill. That is 4 kills in about 30 seconds for SMU.
Yeah, SMU and UT Dallas are currently neck and neck, but in terms of kills and lockdown, SMU have been on fire. Lucian currently 4-0, which is exactly what you want to see on a champion like Lucian. He wants to be ahead in this early to mid late game where he can really take over with a couple of items. Currently building towards that IE, so getting the 2 most expensive AD items would definitely be positive for him. I'm surprised he didn't go the Blade of the Rune King to shred through a Mumu, but he was ahead. I think getting Essence Reaper was a fine pickup, so he's definitely super strong right now.
Yeah, and this Gangplank is actually gigantic. If you look at this, he has 8,250 gold, while Mordekaiser is sitting at about 5,200 gold. And here comes UT Dallas actually making a play for this dragon. They are, and here comes the Malzahar or Mordekaiser TP. It's Mordekaiser. Malzahar is right there, actually. Sorry, I'm blind. Amumu's going to get caught out, but they get a drag, and SMU gets a kill.
Yeah,
smoke. Oh, but they're not done yet.
Locking down Cassiopeia.
Malzahar. Oh, the stun here. But it doesn't matter. Cassiopeia is going to get taken down. Volibear is going to regen his health back.
Yeah, and everybody's suffering on the side of UT Dallas. Everyone except Gangplank, who's just sort of been perched up in the top lane, getting his farm.
Yeah, and Gangplank is doing work, though. He's gigantic. He's doing so much work this game. Look at that damage on Mordekaiser, man. That's so deadly. If you're SMU, you need to be careful about this Gangplank. You cannot underestimate Gangplank's AoE damage. But SMU, just as I was talking, taking that tier 2 turret, and despite only being, despite being 7 kills behind, UT Dallas is actually only 1,800 gold behind SMU, and SMU taking this Rift Herald now as we talk. They are going to get that Rift Herald, and SMU going to take that somewhere. I don't know where, but I'm sure they'll take it somewhere useful. They are on fire right now. SMU showing that Dallas is mortal. They can be defeated here, and we'll see if they actually bring this game home for them into a 1-1 tie.
Now, the thing about the gold difference right now is that most of that gold on the side of UT Dallas is on Gangplank, who is currently 3k gold ahead of Mordekaiser. So if you don't factor him into the gold. I mean, Lucian, Malzahar, and Volibear are all incredibly ahead with multiple items over their opponents. So that's mainly where the action's been. It's mainly been those those 2 lanes in the jungle who've really been taking and influencing the map. So as long as they're able to shut down Gangplank later in the game, they shouldn't really have any problems. And I think as long as they focus this next dragon coming up in 3 minutes, and also make sure they keep some vision near the Baron Pit, they should be in a good position to sort of take control of the game like they have been now.
Yeah, absolutely. And Gangplank gonna switch with Cassiopeia and just gonna roam with, or actually, sorry, I didn't see that. I meant wrong icon. Gangplank is bot right now. Cassiopeia at the top, and this is the mid game, folks. They're just gonna release Rift mid. SMU is, and they're gonna push this tier 2 turret. SMU making the moves here on UT Dallas.
Rift is pretty far away from the turret, so it's going to take a second to get the charge off. But here comes Gangplank. He has the barrel combos, has Essence Reaver and IE completed, so he's going to hit hard, not IE. Trinity Force and Essence Reaver completed, so he's going to hit really hard if any of these barrels hit. But doesn't have 100% crit just quite yet, so there is a chance that the barrel doesn't crit. And doesn't really do too much damage, but...
yeah, but if it does, yeah.
His dance around the Baron is beginning. Noddle's going to find the hook.
Is going to get caught, all 4 members. Tom Kench is going to get smashed down. Stasis going in. Amumu's going to have to ulti, and Tom Kench goes down. SMU chasing down UT Dallas, and Amumu's going to have to flash away. Here comes Malzahar, though, the damage, the space aids here. The heal. Can Amumu get away? Does a blue smite the flash Q for Mordekaiser? No. 2 members down on SMU, and they're going to go for that Baron.
Yeah, but here's Gangplank in the bot lane, but Malzahar going to TP down, make sure that nothing happens there. Barely missed the miasma. But, I mean, they just lost a TP for Baron, so Malzahar, who's doing a lot of the damage right now, a lot of the shred that would be going on the Baron, he's gone right now, but he's walking back up. This could be the Baron for SMU. Amumu is still dead, so as long as Volibear doesn't miss the smite, this is a done deal. SMU, definitely in the driver's seat right now.
Yeah, being 9 kills up, 2,000 gold up, even more now, about almost 4,000 gold up now on UT Dallas, and UT Dallas is starting to look a little weak. Gangplank's bounty going away now, but Gangplank cannot underestimate his damage and also cannot underestimate Cassiopeia late game damage as well. I think they kind of fall off here, SMU does, and I'm kind of excited to see if UT Dallas can pull this back with the late game, because Gangplank's going to get more crit, and Amumu is just going to get tankier. Cassiopeia is going to get much bigger with her items. Now having a Landry's Torment, Varus is going to get bigger as well as he starts getting crit, maybe. And Tom Kench is definitely going to get chunkier, making it all the more difficult for SMU to take down UT Dallas. But we'll see if they can. Only 2 turrets down on the side of SMU, and 3 turrets down on the side of UT Dallas.
Yeah, right now SMU need to pick up this dragon and send a member into the bot lane, and also put their team in the mid lane so they can have those 2 lanes pushing. Cassiopeia is in the side lane right now, but she's probably not likely to get any inhib turrets. She's gonna have to back and match this Baron push. So I think if they pick up a couple towers inside of SMU, they're in a pretty good spot. All they need to do is push this Baron buff, play safe, make sure that they get some objectives, and then wait for the next dragon to come up so they can get soul. I think that's going to be a major win condition for them.
Yeah, and Cassiopeia pushing bot now and not matching the Baron push with Malzahar. And the rest of SMU just going to go for this inhib turret, and here comes Gangplank in the middle of SMU, and Varus ult comes through. Nautilus is in a bad position. Here comes the Amumu. Amumu still has ulti. They're looking a little weaker. SMU getting taken down by UT Dallas. UT Dallas is gigantic right now. What happened? Whoa, UT Dallas with a big fight here. And Cassiopeia TP. Didn't even see that happen, but wait, I didn't even see Cassiopeia TP in the middle of that fight, but she did, and she got that big ulti. That was a nice fight for UT Dallas getting back in this game. But she's in trouble here. Volibear goes in. Cassiopeia gets taken down, as does Tom Kench. Amumu is powerless to do anything. It's just no damage here. Here comes Varus. No ult, no anything. Volibear gonna all of his damage back, and Varus Man, UT Dallas, just as I say that, Volibear gets a triple kill, 8-2 and 7 on Volibear. Amumu gets a shutdown on Lucian, though, and that's a big shutdown, just making him bigger. But a big turnaround for SMU, gaining what they lost in that team fight at the inhibitor turret.
Yeah, as long as you lose game plank with those barrel combos, they're able to just take over the team fight. I think that's super evident. And they lost Mordekaiser and Nautilus, but all of their damage is concentrated on the Malzahar and Lucian. And Volibear also had had a really good re-engage onto Cassiopeia and Tom Kench. So really well played from Exars, has just been super dominant on the Volibear, and I would actually prefer this over the Warwick. I think Volibear does what Warwick does, but better.
Mm-hmm. I agree. And I think Volibear being a huge pick here, being able to get his team behind him and being able to make the plays, make things happen, and Lucian taking a red buff in a one combo here for SMU. And SMU kind of shaken after that last fight, despite being 4K gold ahead. A big team fight for UC Dallas, and if they pull that off again, maybe with better results, maybe being able to get to the Lucian and Malzahar, they can get another objective out of it and probably bring it back a little bit. I still have hope for UT Dallas. There's still a lot of damage there. Even with the Cassiopeia, we saw how good the comp fight there was at that inhibitor turret, but SMU in the end coming back as UT Dallas just kind of let it happen there.
Now,
But SMU pushing top.
If I had to plan out the next 2 minutes for SMU, I would say,
yikes.
oh, starting up a fight.
The big fight here. Here comes Malzahar. Oh, the Volibear right in the middle. There goes Varus. Goodbye, Amumu. Goodbye, Gangplank. Shutdown. Goodbye, Tom Kench. SMU with a 4-man fight right there.
Now, I was gonna plan out the next couple minutes for SMU, but honestly, I could not have predicted that fight happening. I thought UT Dallas were just gonna let them take the turret and then wait for them to come to base, but instead, SMU bring the fight to UT Dallas, finding a great engage with a Nautilus hook and knockup, and TP coming off from Mordekaiser to join the fight as well. This could be game right here. Respawn timers are at 10 seconds, so they actually might reset, look for Dragon and Baron, but right now they are in a really good spot, about 7K gold up right now, so poised to take the Dragon, get Soul, get Baron, and then push down those two missing inhib lanes.
Yeah, SMU is huge right now, 23-9. It's a mountain to climb, but beating UT Dallas right now is a definitely in the view right now. They're doing so well. This Volibear has a 700 gold bounty, 10-2 and 9, and Malzahar has 5-1 and 8. A lot of damage on that Malzahar as well. Mordekaiser also being there. Lucian being huge, 5-1 and 11 also. 261 CS, 30 CS above Varus. Varus struggling to get a good position and being able to stay alive with Volibear always being on top of the Varus. Volibear just destroys that Varus. And they're going to get this Cloud Soul SMU is for that Mountain Drake, and that's going to be almost impossible for UT Dallas to compete with that.
Almost got stolen by the gameplay ultimate, but they just waited for Charger to come down. Lucian took it, and now they're running towards Baron. I'm not sure if they're going to be able to contest this. They really just need to let Smelt look for a steal, but if SMU get this, I think that would be game.
Sure. I agree, and I think they should get this. And Amumu's going to go check, but the rest of UT Dallas is inbound, so this is a freebie. I'm pretty sure that SMU here just wins with the Baron buff. They're just going to go push mid with their Baron buff as Mordekaiser resets. Mordekaiser does not have TP. Malzahar does have TP. Malzahar also has flash ulti. Lucian has flash heal. Nautilus has flash. There's a lot of things that can happen here. This could be a 1-1 if SMU pushes and ends here. And we will go into game 3 very soon, I believe, if SMU groups together here, just chilling in the bot jungle. I spoke too soon.
Yeah, they have top lane pushing right now, and they're looking to push bot lane so they can get that final inhib. I think this is actually pretty smart from them. They have two super minions in the top lane, so if they pick up this bot turret, then the base for UT Dallas is going to be completely open. And I like that SMU are taking no risks. They want to end this game clean. They want to make sure that they don't have any room for error, and making this macro play is going to be really big for them. Lucian currently has 2 levels on Varus right now, and as well as the Malzahar, so they are really ahead. So if they just play around those members, they should be in a good spot. Here's
Yeah,
the
now
wave coming
now
in.
Lucian's
Empowered.
reeling. Here comes SMU trying to put this game to an end. 8,000 gold above UT Dallas. And all 5 members working on the spot inhib, trying to make this an open base, and they will. And here comes SMU trying to end the game. See if there's a last stand here from UT Dallas. They're pretty big on both sides, but SMU is gigantic with that Volibear having almost 4,500 HP.
SMU does not
Alright,
need to
3,000.
force a hard engage here. They kind of just let the minions pour into the base, and they can poke down the turrets like they're doing now. If they do force
Here
an
comes
engage,
Nautilus. Tomcat is going to get smashed down. Mumu ult. Mordekaiser is huge. Nautilus is getting taken down, and Mumu is still staying alive though under turret. He's going to flash away. Lucian here. They're going to take down a Mumu, and a big E there. Volibear is huge. Here comes the flash ult from Mordekaiser, and Varus is the only one left alive. And SMU taking this game 2 here, showing that UT Dallas is mortal, and they will go defeated in 1 game in this 1-1 series.
If it bleeds, you can kill it, and I think that's what SMU did today. They bled out UT advantage of their jungle, and also the mid priority that they had with Malzahar, and also the bot lane was able to stay alive this time. Zenhe was super clean on the Lucian. Definitely played it to the fullest potential, and I think for that game, MVP Exars did so much for SMU. He had great engages. I think once he hit level 13 and had a couple tank items, he was pretty much unkillable, and had a bunch of kill participation in that game. Almost, I think it was about 85% of the kill participation, so he was definitely huge for his team.
Yeah, and Lucian with the most damage here. And Malzahar being right behind him with Gangplank actually being 3rd most damage. And I agree with you, Exars was all around the map, getting huge with Volibear, and that put SMU in a 1-1 with UT Dallas in this finals match for Texas Division A. And we will see you guys in a few for the last game of this 1-1 Texas Finals Division A series. Leche, you're muted. Oh, okay. GG Leagues Twitch, welcome back to Game 3 here. My name is Zeko, this is Dave, and we are back for this last game with SMU being on the red side. Yeah, UT Dallas on the blue side here. So this is the last game. Last time, about like 5 minutes ago, we saw SMU take it to UT Dallas, showing that they can be defeated in that pretty deciding game as well, being on the blue side. But they are on the red side this game, and UT Dallas is on the blue side. So we will see if they can make appropriate changes, and let's see if UT Dallas can come back and end this game in a 2-1, or if SMU can keep their momentum from last game and end this in a 2-1 as well. So we will see how this draft goes, but set being hovered on Oaks for UT Dallas.
I think right now just pick Nautilus for SMU. Get Mistflake comfortable.
Yeah, there it is.
That he knows how to play. I think he was wonderful in the Nautilus, and also the Volibear being picked up again. I think if they run those champions back, they're going to be in for a good time. I think Volibear is probably one of the strongest, or one of the stronger junglers this patch, and I think leaving bot lane open the pick later, this is definitely going to be beneficial. I think Lucian was good, but into Xayah, I think it could be beneficial to pick something that's a little bit safer. But you never know. I think the Lucian might be making a comeback. But the Xayah Rakan going to be locked in for the bot lane of UT Dallas, one of those power lanes. So maybe the Ashe might be coming out right now. Ashe Nautilus has some really good synergy. Could also be the Caitlyn, another thing that has pretty good range onto it. But they're actually going to prioritize the Malzahar.
They're picking the same champions from last game, man. They're going to make it work again.
I mean, if it's not broke.
True. You're right.
So. Yeah.
Malzahar being super confident with his capabilities last game, gonna lock it in again. Hawk gonna run it down mid in that Malzahar pick, gonna smash his mid lane and try and bring home the victory again, just as he did last game. Volibear also doing work last game for SMU, but Lucian gonna be banned here on the side of UT Dallas.
Now, I'm curious to see what UT Dallas picked for their jungle, because last time they had a Mumu, which wasn't really too effective with their team comp, so I'm wondering what they're going to pick this game. I think picking something early game, I think an Elise or a Lee Sin or a Rek'Sai would be really good for their comp, because it looks like they're going to be wanting to get ahead with that set and Xayah comp lock.
Yeah, and Mordekaiser being banned as well. Lucian, Mordekaiser, they kind of read that they're kind of doing the same comp as they did last game, SMU is. So we'll see how they adjust, not having the same ADC or top laner, and that is Caitlyn being locked in place of Lucian from last game. And Zenhi gonna go ahead and rock that Caitlyn pick with the Xayah versus Rakan. And that will be whatever they pick in response to that. But Caitlyn versus Xayah, I'm sure is great.
Now, Jarvan's actually going to be picked up for the jungle. Jarvan is one of those very potent early game, mid game junglers. He's able to find good ganks. I think it worked for them in the first game. I think it's definitely going to work this game as long as they play their cards right. But Volibear is actually pretty good in the Jarvan, if I remember. So it should be an interesting jungle. I think it's going to come down to how they gank. But the Vel'Koz is going to be locked in for UT Dallas. But, I mean, Vel'Koz doesn't really have too much mobility, so he could get shut down early by that Malzahar Volibear. It's going to be Void versus Void in the mid lane.
Yeah, Vel'Koz has a lot of line damage, though. If Volibear gets stuck right there. Oh, and Jax as well. That'll be a nice lineup there for Vel'Koz, but I think this is a pretty even team comp right now. I think SMU is looking good right now, but both teams definitely having a lot of damage. J4 and Set. I think UT Dallas just wants to go with what they did the first time, with Set being in the front line as well as J4 getting that stone plate as well. Maybe he'll build the same, trying to have the damage come through from Vel'Koz and Xayah, with Rakan setting up for Set and J4, trying to get that big AoE wombo combo onto SMU to try and shut out this game. Yeah, that's all I got right now, though.
Yeah, both these teams, we've seen their strengths. We've also seen some of their downfalls. But with that all in consideration, we're going to be seeing how they do in the final game of this series with UT Dallas versus MSU. We'll see you after this quick ad break. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the GG Leagues live stream. We are right now on the last and final game of the UT Dallas versus SMU series, with both teams tied up at 1 win. So this last game is going to come down to You know, this is the final decider. And right now, we're going to be seeing SMU going for the 5-man stack. Zaya currently in a bush by herself, and they're going to
Oh
spot
yeah,
them
she
out.
sees that. Yes, very nice job by Zaya there. UT Dallas sees that what they're doing. They're going for this jungle. I wonder if they're going to meet them there for a big fight, but they do not have the numbers UT Dallas does. So I think they're just going to give it. They're going to ward that red buff here. Is SMU looking for blood here, but they're not going to find any. They're only going to find grass. And they are going to walk around this red buff and just waltz on back home, it looks like.
Yeah, but Jarvan has the info that they're all there, so he could start up the red buff uh, in SMU's jungle. So I think Volibear probably should have just stayed at the other red buff so they could vertical jungle, but he's going to be losing the buff. And they
Yeah,
just
if
don't
you're
have any vision
SMU,
on the top side.
if you're SMU, do you think that UT Dallas knows that you went to the red buff?
But here's Jarvan.
Oh, I guess not.
Gonna spot out the
Jackson's just
Jax.
gonna let it go. They're gonna let him pass without a
Big brain.
sight. Nice job there by UT Dallas, just waiting to let Jax go by. And that is gonna be a red buff start for J4. He's gonna vertical jungle. I'm guessing it might get a level 2 gank out of set here, or J4 though. But Velka's already pushed into the Malzahar turret, and SMU. This is good job on both ends getting everything warded, but nice play around by UT Dallas, you know, waiting for Jax to go to pass by so they would not see him, and vertical jungling in response to that red invade.
Now, Volibear is actually running to the red buff of SMU. I think he's just going to guess that his buff is probably taken, so he's going to get that back, thankfully. I think it would have been extra bad for Exars if he got triple buffed in the last game. I think that would have set him pretty far behind, but Nautilus Caitlyn currently pushing in Zyra so they could give him a little bit of extra support if things do go haywire. But it looks like he's going to be able to pick up the red smoothly as long as Jarvan doesn't just run into the bush. He's going to have to hit the smite. It gets it narrowly on an auto. Both laners are level 3. He might need to flash away, trying to go over the wall. And he's in the clear.
Nice, man. Well, not much happening right now. Jax losing this trade pretty hard. Nice W timing there by Set. Jax unfortunately losing that trade pretty hard. Velka is now getting some damage on the Malzahar, and here comes Volibear backing up Malzahar, but he's just going to let it go. I guess he's going to go back to bot Scuttle. And Kaylin now just being a lane bully as J4 looks for this bot here, but J4 running into this Volibear, and they're pinging on the map that J4 is here, and J4 has to fall back as Volibear gets the Scuttle.
It looks like UD Dallas are pulling out all the stops. This game looks like they are going for comfort. They need strong lanes that can win, and an early gank jungler. And it looks like that's exactly what they drafted, and that's exactly what they're executing. So it looks like they have a plan and they've been following it. No kills yet, which is considerably less bloody than any of the other games that we've had so far. In the other past 2 games, I think we had a kill in the first 5 minutes at most. But Nautilus finding a good hook on the Zaya.
A lot of damage from Kaylin here as well from a distance, but Nautilus getting taken down here. The flash and ignited from Rakan, and Rakan is going to get first blood. Nautilus got caught there, and the first blood goes to UT Dallas.
Yeah, you can't do that against Rakan. Once he gets his knockup and Zaya gets a couple feathers, it is pretty much game over. And it looks like things are game over for Jax as well. Here comes Jarvan. Not gonna hit the flag and drag, gonna take a turret shot, and that's gonna be Jax getting away, but a kill going the way of Rakan in the bot lane.
Yeah, UT Dallas holding their own against Volibear and Nautilus here, now being a spicy 600 gold up on SMU, and SMU needs to be super careful now. You just won that last game, but now you're starting to fall behind a little bit, and you still need to be confident, but I think the reason why we didn't see that much first blood, or we didn't see an early first blood in the beginning, is because there was a lot of, just kidding, I was about to say people were nervous about going in, but it appears not. Now we just have some aggressive behavior, and here comes Rakan, hardly any mana, getting a Q off, but he's going to get caught and going to get ignited. No mana to do anything. He's going to have to flash away. The fifth shot follows Rakan through the flash, and SMU picking up a kill of their own on Rakan.
I think overall that like bot lane extended trade from like minute 3 to now was overall beneficial for SMU. They get a kill on the Caitlyn. I think that's way better than a kill on Rakan, who also got the first blood goal, so not looking too
Yeah,
good.
but
For him. Here comes Jarvan on the repeat
here
gank. He has no flash. Jack's
Oh,
gonna
the
queue
red buff
out.
is in trouble though. He's gonna get taken down by Smelt, and the red buff burn or the red smite, I think. Or no, that was red buff.
That was
Sorry,
red buff.
red buff is gonna take down the Jax, and Jax is gonna be powerless to get away as he gets smashed down by J4. J4 kind of directing a lot of attention top lane here as Volibear not really capitalizing on the mid, and we saw this happen before in game 1 where UT Dallas and the mid laner were Bard and the mid laner. I can't remember. I think it was oh my god, why can't I remember who played mid lane first? The first game. Was it Ziggs? It was Ziggs. But Rakan wandering mid, a little bit of spice for the first game, where the support and the mid laner have a good roaming, and Zvelkaz hits level 6 here. We're gonna see maybe it's kind of a slow game. I think it's because this is the final match. It's a Division A Texas finals match, and it's 1-1 right now. Both teams are pretty good, so I think everybody's just kind of scared to initiate anything. Bot lane, not really though. Misplay's been going in all day long, and I think this is definitely gonna be a slower game, but as I talk here, Jax has a big wave and sets in the middle of it. Nothing's gonna happen though. Here comes J4. Not level 6 yet. All right, not much happening though. Like I said, I think everybody's just scared right now to do anything. It's the nerves are on, definitely.
I think getting Jax behind in this early game is pretty detrimental because Jax is one of those stat check champions, meaning that once he gets some stats such as AD and attack speed, he really starts to pop off because his W empowers his auto attack. But here's Volibear playing aggressive. Jarvan does has the catapult. Another time that they
His
don't
red's gonna come through, and Volibear gets melted down. And Kaylin getting a kill as well for SMU. Volibear getting smashed down, and Zaya staying alive here with a bounty. Kaylin, Malzahar gets taken down as well on SMU, and UT Dallas looking super low trying to get this drag, but they're winning that fight pretty hard nonetheless. Kaylin trying to find getting the ult on. Oh no, but Zaya gets killed. The bounty going to Kaylin. Kaylin is now 3-0 on SMU, and Zaya thought that she would have had enough health, but apparently not. The BF sword being just enough damage to kill Zaya. I'm kind of surprised that killed Zaya, honestly.
I mean, Zaya tried to defend her lover, but instead it ended up with her dying. Caitlyn headshot coming in strong, and Zenhe currently 3 kills, all of his team's kills at the moment. He's going to be pretty strong. Going to pick up that BF sword and a couple plates in the bot lane. Well, he already had the BF sword, but he's going to be picking up some plates. Likely going to be able to get some more components for IE or Storm Razor. Either one of those would be fine. But yeah, pretty ahead. And also Jax was able to get some plates in the top side, which is also going to put him ahead. So I think overall that was a sort of like an even trade. Dragon for kills onto the major carries for SMU.
Yeah, getting that shutdown off of Zaya and onto Kaylin is big. Kaylin's going to be really hard to work with here as she has so much rain. Getting that Storm Razor on her second back here, 13 CS above Zaya. That's about 2 waves, which is about, close to a kill. So realistically, Kaylin up a lot of gold on Zaya right now, about 600-ish, about 2 kills. So that's a lot if you're an ADC, and that's good for Zenhe. But the rest of SMU kind of right behind her though. But Nautilus does not know that they are in this, and Rakan and Zaya are both level 6. Nautilus going right in the middle here, and they're gonna go for this. Kaylin maybe. Nautilus holding them at bay. Rakan's in trouble. Nautilus has to flash away the E, not hitting anything, and they're gonna get away scot-free. Nautilus burning flash here.
I'm not sure if that was scot-free. They did have to blow some sums, but they're going to get out alive, which I think is pretty important. But Jarvan has a Cataclysm. Can't burn it yet. Jax does have to, but is he just going to lock him down? He has the E, has the stun, has the empowered auto. Going to take him down. In a 1v2.
Here comes Volibear, though, as a backup. Just for extra measure, flipping him over. The set W hitting nothing, and Set's going to go down. A double kill for Jax. Meanwhile, shutdown on Zaya. Meanwhile, mid, Velkoz's getting a kill on Malzahar. UT Dallas bouncing back here, despite top lane getting 2 kills on that Jax, which is going to be dangerous for split push later. They get the shutdown on Caitlyn, and they get a kill on Malzahar as well. Velkoz and Zaya looking pretty big here for UT Dallas.
Yeah, and as I said, Jax is one of those stat check champions. He gets some stats. He got a little bit of AD and attack speed on his character, and he's able to do that much by just autoing them, and also his E is able to prevent so much damage incoming from Jarvan and Sed, who are mainly auto attacks, who are mainly auto champions. But yeah, big 1v2 coming out from Janek, and that's also going to get them the first turret. But Vinny Juan and Shri Kangar are able to pick up the kill in the bot side, which is going to put Caitlyn behind. They're going to pick up that shutdown on the Zaya. Currently, both ADCs are 3-1, so they're both going to get their major item components and are just that much closer to getting their 3-item power spikes. And while all that was going on, Velkoz also picked up a solo kill on the Malzahar, so that's going to put extra experience into Dinkgan's pocket, as well as a little bit of money.
Yeah, that's very good to have if you're Dinkgan. I don't know if I'm saying that name right, but being that much CS above Malzahar and having a kill extra is very nice to have. And Malzahar going the same build as he did last game. Velkoz going straight for that Luden's Echo, getting it and some boots, even though he floats. Sorry, I had a hiccup. I don't know why. All that chicken I had earlier, man. And that Caitlyn still trying to stay above Zaya, which she is on CS-wise, but gold-wise, I'm not really sure. Both sitting at about 4,800. Zaya a little bit above Caitlyn, though. But Jax, being that fed this early is pretty big. And J4 looking for a gank here. Here comes Rakan, but here comes a red TP as well. Volibear right there. J4 is going to get stuck, and he's not going to be able to find anybody. Rakan's going to have to get away. Here comes Jax with a double stun, and Volokaz right behind him. Here goes Jax getting shut down by Zaya. A lot of damage here. And the heal from Zaya, I'm not sure what that was for, but it happened nonetheless. Another kill going to Zaya and a big shutdown for her as well. Jax not being able to have his team behind him, but hitting that double stun just didn't work out that well for him.
I think he was playing a little bit too greedy. He didn't really have the resources. Also, Velkoz was able to come in and interrupt him in his stun parry, but Dragon's going to be spawning up in 3 seconds. That's likely going to be going over to SMU, who definitely need it right now.
Yeah, that would definitely be good for SMU, having that extra ult cooldown on Set, J4 for more ganks, Zaya for survivability with her shutdown, and Velkoz as well. But I guess it's going to go, oh, sorry, it's going to go to SMU. Malzahar's going to ult him under turret, and he's going to get smashed down by Velkoz. Has to flash away out of turret. Volibear getting the drag for SMU, and Velkoz looking super low. Volibear wants a piece of it, but they're going to release Rift mid lane, UT Dallas is.
That's just something that you can't do. Oh, gonna take down Caitlyn in a single headshot. She takes down Vinny Juan. Didn't even stand a chance. There she's taking down Rakan with some extra autos, and that's the power of Stormrazor with that increased auto attack damage. Almost gonna spot out the Jarvan, but this game is neck and neck. It could go either way right now.
UT Dallas looking pretty good here, pretty confident. About 1,000 gold above, but Caitlyn is super confident, taking 2 turret shots. Here comes Seth, though. She has to flash away. The flash right after Caitlyn. Rakan's gonna back right in Caitlyn's face, and Seth's gonna pick up that gold on Caitlyn. Caitlyn did not see Seth teleport behind her.
Yeah,
and I honestly, I didn't either. Yeah. Jax doesn't have TP either, but he does have flash. And he is all over this J4 in the jungle. J4 is going to have to scoop his way out of there. Jax in the bush here does not see the Zaya, and J4 is going to cataclysm Jax, and Jax is to flash away. And now, neither top laners have any sums.
Yeah, things are not looking good for Jax. Currently going to have to fight the 1v2. May have the ability to run away from Velkoz, and that's it. He's going to get out. But not too much gain, not too much loss. Going to lose a flash on both the top laner and the jungler. But Nautilus looking for the hook on the Set. Going to find it. Has ultimate right now. Set might stay for the play, but he sees Volibear.
Here comes Volibear.
Coming in at Mach 10.
Yeah, not quick enough though. The root. Mystify knows that he's there, and the true damage coming through. And Nautilus is taking turret shots. He's gonna get taken down. Set staying alive, barely. Velkoz all day. UT Dallas turns that fight around into a double kill for Velkoz. Meanwhile, top lane, Jax is going to get taken down. Ignite, Vinny Han gets the kill on Jax, and Kalen is taking red buff. Meanwhile.
Yeah, these are just the mid-game plunders coming out from SMU. They've kind of been mispositioned so far in these last couple of fights. They haven't been able to get much at all. They've been mispositioned. They haven't been clearing out the vision that members have been able to TPing to. And this Vel'Koz Dinkan has been super. He's been doing a lot on the Vel'Koz. The burst potential that he has, with his disintegration ray is just huge.
Yeah, and we saw UT Dallas. Oh, sorry, I did not see that. They're pinging this Rift Herald fight. They want to go for it. Nautilus going straight in. Rakan with the knockup. Who's going to get the Rift Herald? It looks like it's... I can't even see who got it. Nautilus goes down. Set in the middle. Rakan in the middle. Malzahar ulting. He's trying to flash away. Gets taken down, though. And, oh my goodness, gets taken down. Jax is looking big right here. Double flash from Zaya and Rakan. They're both going to get away, though. Rakan might be going the wrong way, but he gets away nonetheless. Who got the Rift?
Spot them out. It was
Jarvan. J4 got it. It didn't pop up for me, man. I couldn't see it. I got a little scared. Did nobody get it, man? You know, I just couldn't see who got it, man. J4 got it, though, so that's very good for UT Dallas. Already being 5K gold ahead, really showing their dominance. So, this game, again, coming back from that harsh loss last game. Jax getting a lot of damage on him, though. Kalen ult on Vel'Koz doing a chunk, but not that much. As Vel'Koz gets to about 40% HP, Jax is going to get away here. And here comes the ulti from Vel'Koz, not doing that much damage, though. If he hit a little bit more, Kalen with a little BM in all chat, that's okay. Vel'Koz thought he could do more damage to Kalen right there.
I mean, if he hit the E, that definitely would have been a kill.
Yeah.
But narrowly gonna miss it. And Dragon gonna be coming up in 50 seconds. Gonna spawn the Rift Herald in their jungler. I think that's gonna go mid lane. Good setup for them just to go get vision on Drag. Looks like they have complete control right now. But they're gonna jump on the Jarvan. He's a little bit mispositioned. They're gonna land.
Oh yeah, here comes Nautilus. The Rakan with the moves. Look out. Jack's gonna E, and he's stuck in the Cataclysm. J4 with a nice little stasis. That's a funky looking animation. And Zaya and Jarvan are gonna go down as well as Nautilus, though. But that's definitely a trade we're taking if you're SMU, and they're gonna chase down this Rakan. Gonna flip him over. Rakan's gonna go down on the side. It goes to Malzahar, and Jax fighting top lane.
Yeah, Jarvan kind of screwed his team over with the Cataclysm. They all got caught into it, and he never put it down, so all of them got caught within the walls and just let Caitlyn free fire on top of them. Definitely not a good fight for them, especially with the Dragon up. They're going to be able to pick up the Ocean Drake. And if they get the Dragon Soul this game, that's going to be absolutely huge for SMU. I think that should be a priority for them at all times.
Yeah, especially if you're Volibear, somebody who regenerates all your health back with your passive. That Ocean Drake is just gonna help regenerate that much health back, and Malzahar and Volibear doing work on this dragon, and it's gonna go uncontested. Even though it gets warded, they're gonna smite and munch that Ocean Dragon. That's just making SMU trying to get back into this game here, despite being about 3,500 gold behind.
Can Volibear get out, though? He's looking caught out. He could execute, but Set is going to catch up.
Yeah, Set is right there with Volibear, and here goes Set and Volibear. Meanwhile, J4 hopping right on this Nautilus. Nautilus looking crazy swishy, and J4 here going to get singled out and taken down. Volibear, meanwhile, going to get ignited. Grievous wounds going to come through, and Volibear's going to get taken down. Rakan doing desperately. And here comes Kalen. That damage at the same time. The damage hitting at the same time was too much for Set, and he was not able to press W, not able to stay alive. He gets taken down as well. 2-2 on both sides, 19-14, with UT Dallas having 5 more kills. Oh man, this game is kind of crazy. You know, forget what I said earlier about not wanting to fight, man. There's so much going on in this game.
Yeah, both teams are looking pretty fearless, and right now, any little knockup on Zach. Didn't have the ultimate though, couldn't shred him down with the true damage, but yeah, this game could go either way right now. And although UT Dallas have the advantage, that could easily change with one team fight, so they don't have that much of advantage, and I think probably shouldn't be playing as aggressive as they are now. They should probably be respecting the Caitlyn and Jack's damage. I don't think it's anything to underestimate. And so far, Miss Flay has gotten a lot of great engages, as well as Volibear with the follow-up for the side of SMU. So I think if they keep that up, they could be looking at some more uh, small victories in this game.
Yeah, Kaylin's actually gigantic right now. 8 kills, as well as Zaya, though. Kaylin only about 5k gold above. But Set here going to get chunked by Jax. And Vel'Koz is about 2,000 gold above Malzahar, which is pretty big here. Getting that Rabadons and starting his Darksteel, looking for that Medjais. He's going to be gigantic in team fights. All that damage coming through. J4 getting hooked here by Nautilus as Miss Flay goes in, and Kaylin is in a good position here, and J4 is going to get taken down. Vel'Koz here with the ulti. Like I said, here comes Blue TP, and that's going to be Set Kaylin here. Whoa, we're going to walk right over the trap, but that is a lot of damage coming from Kaylin, as we saw that Vel'Koz ult shredding through SMU there.
Yeah, both of the supports and junglers go down. I would definitely favor having Vel'Koz up over Malzahar, but you know that could quickly change. He doesn't have ultimate anymore, so they could look for lockdown with Malzahar, and Jax is just being uncontested with that.
Oh, nice
Kaylin
flash. Vel'Koz is flashed away, but here comes Zaya. Nice shutdown here from Zaya. Nice flash. Gets the crit on the Kaylin, gets that shutdown, and Jax under turret here. Nice flash ult from Set, but he's gonna quick reaction time from Jax. They're just gonna queue away, and Set is gonna lose Jax, and they're gonna go for this Baron, pinging it right now. SMU is pinging this Baron.
Yeah, you
cannot
underestimate the damage from Vel'Koz. He is so big right now. 10 Medjai stacks, gonna get the Soul Stealer in. Recent purchase has the Rabadons and the Ludens, so if you get caught by like 2 of his abilities, you get chunked 2/3. So I think it's important for SMU to sort of play around Vel'Koz and make sure that they're taking fights without him present.
Yeah, Nautilus is looking actually kind of small, even though he has Gargoyle Stone Plate here. But only having about 1,400 health, that's actually not that much if you're a tank. And J4 actually being a lot more tanky than Nautilus here, seeing as though he is the jungle. But still, I don't know. I just expect the Nautilus to be a little bit bigger. Vel'Koz is huge this game, and Zaya as well. The carries, all the gold is where you want it to be for UT Dallas, and they're set up in a good position here. About 4,500 gold above UT Dallas or SMU, so they're in a good position here to look to put the nail in the coffin here and win this finals. Actually, they're in such a good position. All the gold is on Vel'Koz, and that's, you know, honestly where it's the most dangerous.
Yeah, but Jax is scaling right now. He has a Trinity Force. He has a Blade of the Ruin King. If Jax just waits for Vel'Koz to use his E and he just jumps on him, he's dead. For sure. There's nothing.
Whoa, J4 going in. A lot of reaction time here from Volibear getting taken down. Vel'Koz staying alive. And there's a big fight up here. Rakan, the ulti from Vel'Koz, the E from Zaya, gonna take down that Nautilus. J4 gets the kill on Nautilus though. And that was a very quick fight, in and out. But Jax, as we talk here, is pushing top lane. But man, that Vel'Koz damage is insane, dude.
Yeah, Jax was MIA for that fight. Probably could have turned it fairly easily, but he's just going to stick top lane and split push, getting that tower in trade for the Ocean Dragon. So both teams at 2 dragons. Nobody's going to get soul until at least 35 minutes, which I think benefits... I don't really think there's a benefit. It just means that it's going to give more time for Jax to scale up, which I think is going to be really important. Once Jax hits that 3rd item, I think he's going to be going for Strix Gauge. He's going to be almost unkillable. I think the only person who can really kill him once he gets that item is going to be the Vel'Koz, but once he gets that 4th item, I don't think there's a single champion who can take him down by himself.
Yeah, I agree. But Vel'Koz and Zaya both have gigantic bounties here. And if you're SMU, you're looking to get those and shut them down in fights, because J4 doesn't really have that much damage. He's going tank. As you saw, Kaylin can do plenty of damage to him. And Set as well, not having that much damage, but being about average here. But you need to be careful about that Jax split push. And Vel'Koz and Zaya really just need to be shut down. But it's hard to get past that Cataclysm. because J4 here really knows how to set it up. Smelp doing a really good job, but just if you're SMU, you need to be focused on, like I say, getting those carries. But as UT Dallas starts up Baron here, SMU knows that they're doing it, and they're going to go in hard for it. Vel'Koz holding them off. The ulti coming through, but Vel'Koz is getting tanked down. He's going to go down. The shutdown going to Kalen, but the Baron is still alive. We'll see if SMU can do anything about it. Blue team gets it. There goes UT Dallas, and Set is going to go right into Cataclysm. A big upset here for SMU. Oh, there's a lot of damage, though. Zaya with the big E. But who's going to win this fight? What is going on right now?
Jax, baby. That's the Jax. He has the
Jax is scaling. SMU is right here. SMU Jax taking it to him. The 572 credit. Who's going to win the trade? Jax gets it. SMU, no Baron, gets the big kills here on the Jax. Wow, what a fight. That was probably one of the best fights I've ever seen in GG League.
I don't know about that, but I think
it was a pretty good fight, man.
I think when Vel'Koz goes down, I think Jax goes uncontested. J-Nick can just do whatever he wants without much contention. So likely going to be the mid turret going down, and the Baron completely wiped out from any members on UT Dallas. I think that was a really big fight for SMU. They're going to get the shutdown from Vel'Koz on the Caitlyn, which is so much, and it looks like she's going to be building towards the Essence, the Phantom Dancer. At least I hope. I think Phantom Dancer really help her against Vel'Koz, and also depleting Vel'Koz's stacks on his Mejai's was also a really big win.
Yeah, having Mejai's on Vel'Koz is nice, but once you get shut down, it gets reset back a lot. And I think it's -10 glory, if I remember. I know at the Darksteel ring it's only -4, but Mejai's it's -10. So having a lot of that damage mitigated, that's a lot of AP actually. I think every I can't. Oh my god, why can't I remember how much stack? Isn't it 5 AP per one stack? God, dude, I can't remember. I can just read it, actually. Sorry, I'm done.
5 AP. 5 AP.
Yeah, see, I was right. I was right, baby. Let's go. So, yeah, having 50 AP being knocked off of Vel'Koz with Rabadon, so that's even more. That's about 80 AP. That's a big chunk of AP being knocked off from Mejai's here. From Vel'Koz.
Looks like they're going to try to collapse on the set. I don't think that's the best idea. They don't really have vision in their jungler. This could be Nautilus getting caught out.
This is a big fight here.
Doesn't have flash. Yeah, Nautilus
chunked down. And a red TP coming through. They're going to go on this TP. Jax desperately trying to keep this guy alive. Stoneplay going to go through Cataclysm. Set in the middle. But Set's going to get taken down here as UT Dallas is chasing down SMU. But that's going to be the end of the fight as Vel'Koz gets blue here. Zaya back with a bounty. Jax with a bounty. Jax also here. 4 members alive. And Kalen ult's going to go through. Nothing much is going to come of it. Vel'Koz is going to ult. Okay, what is going on right now, man?
Little troll from Miss Flay. Kind of got caught out there, but also a little bit troll from Oaks, who body slammed the Jax outside of the Cataclysm.
Yeah, I was going to say
so that Vel'Koz couldn't hit him. So yeah, not super good. But Dragon going to come up in 20 seconds. This is likely going to be a really big fight for both sides. Oh, gonna catch J4 on the hook on the judge line. Not
Caitlyn getting hit by that Q. Ouch. Look at that. That is just 1 Q on Caitlyn from Vel'Koz. Yikes.
But whoever gets this dragon is going to be set up for.
Looks like they're going to death push it here. UT Dallas looking for this. Jax! Jax is going to get nice reaction time. Going to get out of that Rakan knock. So they're going to go back for this drag because this is the third dragon.
They could catch Vel'Koz here.
A lot of damage, and Malzahar is going to get taken down, but Vel'Koz is going to stay alive. J4 picking it up for UT Dallas, and Rooted. Volibear is going to get rooted. He's going to flash away, though. The crit lands on Volibear. He's going to get taken down by Zaya, and UT Dallas chasing down SMU now. They're going to let it go, now being up 9 kills above SMU.
SMU are just having a hard time playing around these objectives, and that's mainly due to the lack of vision that they have in these areas, and the lack of vision is due to Vel'Koz zoning everybody off with his long-range abilities. So for SMU to really do anything, they have to pick Vel'Koz out, and that's just something that they haven't been able to do except once this game. So I think they need to put a little bit more effort into that and play around these objectives a little bit better, make sure that they're letting Jax side lane instead of letting Jax have to like come into these fights blind where he can just get picked off easily. I think he's the biggest pressure point alongside Caitlyn for SMU.
Yeah, and SMU needs to really focus on positioning better. I think they just need to get vision in advance and hold that vision. Because what happened there is Vel'Koz was in that bush and Malzahar didn't see him, and that ultimately led to Malzahar getting killed by Vel'Koz just because Vel'Koz's damage is so great. And they're setting up for Baron now as we talk. Baron coming up in about 56. Sorry, Rakan got sent over the blast gun by Zaya. And UT Dallas setting up for Baron now, doing a very good job. Volibear clearing vision in his jungle, trying to keep it safe so they can get to Baron if there is a fight. And they're going to look for this Volibear here. Cataclysm is going to come through, maybe from J4. Now they're going to let Volibear go.
Now here's what I think SMU should do. Flash, Malzahar, all the Vel'Koz, commit all your resources to him, kill him, and then just let Jax come, just like go off on all the other team members. Because you kill Vel'Koz and then you let Jax clean up everything else. I think that's a easy win from there. You just have to make sure that you don't get caught in the jungle. Make sure Malzahar doesn't blow his flash on a Jarvan Cataclysm or anything, and you are in the clear. And I think as soon as they do that, they should be able to win over the Baron fight. But Jax currently nowhere to be seen except the bot lane where he's split pushing. I think he needs to TP soon, but they don't really have any vision on the Baron. They don't know if they're doing it or not. Malzahar currently pushing in top lane. They're kind of dancing around the Baron. Nothing too much happening. Caitlyn not level 16 yet. Neither is Zaya, but forcing the back. Yeah, no one started the Baron yet. Nothing really happening. But there we go. They're starting up right now.
They need to flash on this Vel'Koz, as you said, but it's going to be easier said than done as Malzahar is super squishy, and he will get taken down very quickly, but the CC still goes through nonetheless. As Baron gets taken down here pretty low, Rakan's going to go ahead and ulti. Volibear stuck in the middle of it. Volibear going to get taken down. No more jungle for SMU. And J4 in the middle of it. Vel'Koz ult, big ult here. The damage coming through. Now this is going to get taken down. That is a 4-man sweep for UTD. A big win here, and they're just going to look to end this game. They're going to push mid, get an in-hit, maybe go for Baron again, actually. But that was a big, big team fight there. Everything was perfect for UT Dallas, getting the position there for Vel'Koz. Everybody was lined up for him. All he had to do was press R and drag that ult over SMU. They're going to look to end. They're pushing this hard, but Volibear comes up in about 10 seconds, not less than 17. Jack's coming up in 25, and they're going to look for this. Dallas trying to end this game here. This is the last game. There goes the ace. Malzahar getting taken down. They're going to end this game right here, right now. Volibear going in, trying desperately to keep this finals match alive. But UT Dallas going to end this game, and that is the end of Texas Division A Finals. UT Dallas wins it.
Yeah, big game for UT Dallas. Gonna end the series 2-1. I think Vel'Koz, played by Dankgan, and Vinny Juan on the Zaya were definitely game changers for them. They played really well. They positioned the whole team positioned around those carries, and then just let them make sure that Volibear and Nautilus didn't get too great of engages onto them. So overall, that's going to lead to the end of the series. Congratulations to UT Dallas. And Zeko, any final points?
I agree. UT Dallas definitely showing. In the end, they ended up 9-0, so they still technically are defeated, even though they did lose one game in this best of 3. But they are proving that they are the top dog here, coming back off of that harsh loss last game, and really having Vel'Koz do most of the work here. 36,000 damage, as you can see, is pretty significant. But Exar's giving it his best. The Volibear didn't work out as much as he thought. I don't really know what to get him MVP here, though. UT Dallas all worked together pretty well. I think Smelp did a really good job jungling every game, and Dengon as well, putting out the damage, and Vinny for putting out the damage as well. 16-4-8 this game with Zaya being able to get a massive using his E with Zaya is hard to do, and in that second Rift fight we saw really pulling it off, and UT Dallas and eventually coming out with the 2-1 win over SMU here. Well deserved. congratulations, UT Dallas. You definitely deserve it. Definitely a celebratory night here, winning their finals match here and proving that they are the best in Texas Division A for GG Leagues. Congratulations, UT Dallas. You deserve it. But as we come to a close here, that is it for tonight. And we have more games Saturday night. That's all I can really think of. Dave, you have anything else?
Follow the socials, GG Leagues Twitter, GG Leagues Discord, etc., etc. Join it all. Give us a follow. If you want, you can join the next season after this spring split ends. Join with your friends. That's all we have for tonight. I wish you all well, and tune in tomorrow for the finals match. Was it finals match? Wait.
That was Saturday.
Tune in Saturday from 3
Yeah.
p.m. to 6 p.m. to see the finals game. That's all we have for tonight. Have a good one.